Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Monday the 2nd of September. So as September starts, new monthly pivots here and new weekly pivots as well. So starting with the euro dollar here, and both of them are sitting above. However, the euro sold off Friday afternoon and looks like it really pretty much wants to continue in that mode at the moment. Actually, before I do this, I don't often show the dollar index, but I can show the dollar index. I will. In fact, let's just come back to dailies here, weeklies of the. This is a monthly actually of the euro dollar, and you see it's getting back towards those lows of the 2017, and just as that's doing that, well, the dollar index on Friday was pushing up there and closed up towards the highs. In fact, I'm better off on a daily here. And you see it broke. This is a 2-year high that was sitting there around about a 2-year high on the 1st of August. Well, that's been broken, and the dollar index still trying to push up. Now, my concerns, of course, is Trump will throw his 2 penny worth in about the strong US dollar again. So we just need to be wary of that. And I mean, it's nothing we can do apart from trade technically. But we should just be a bit aware, and well, as I said, there is the potential with the weekly and monthly pivots above on the dollar that we may see some retrace at some point, but with the weak European region, it's possibly not quite so quick. Okay, so also we've got the daily pivot above us, just all 3 pivots sitting above there, daily, weekly, monthly. Reversals, well, would be looking at the daily and weekly, most likely the quickest, the easiest to be hit. As is price, what's it doing at the moment? Well, it's chopping along a bit sideward at the moment. It's not giving us a lot of directional clue from that point. All we can look at is what's happened before in terms of the lower highs, lower lows, and that trend that's running down there. There's no absolute certainty that this is going to continue, but did extreme last week into Friday, late Friday there, and we could see price come back down at least towards that 109.70 area. May even run lower down towards its S1 there at 109.47. So has a potential to continue rolling over. There's not a lot of great news out there today around for the eurozone. So not the best, but there are some targets to go for if it starts moving. The pound, this has been the cash cow for me of late. I've had a couple of losses on it for sure, but in the main it's been generating some money. It's always a risk saying that because you know what's going to happen. Well, we do have the weekly pivot sitting above, and that's always the potential target again, draw to the potential upside there. Below, looking but away, just short term at the moment. I quite like the continuation on the downside. We do have news at 9:30 today. We've got manufacturing PMI. That is really the only significant news today, and in fact we could go into quite a quiet afternoon. We've got the bank holiday in Canada and the USA, so that's Labor Day across in the States, and I think things will slow down probably this afternoon. If it's not done it this morning, it may not do it this afternoon, so just something to watch out for. But at the moment it's selling off a little bit here. It's air kissed the daily pivot on the pound. I like the sell side of things. We may get a bit of a blip around the data at 9:30, although that's expected to come in the contraction mode at around about 48%. If it was to come in at 50, of course, it would be glorious, and we'd see the pound rally. But 48% or lower, and that's really just showing continued contraction. And I'd rather be on the downside. So looking early morning here to get in on that. It may be just running away for me at the moment, but we'll see. But waiting to get into the pound on the short side again. Dollar yen. Well, money didn't really rush to it too much on Friday, but it didn't run too far either. It's got the weekly pivot below, monthly above. It's a little bit more of a awkward one in that respect, but it's just the downward movement was so slow effectively, or it's strengthened to the yen is so slow with that strong US dollar at the moment, and well, through the Asian session it's effectively weakened. It's closed a little gap that has popped there. Has got the daily pivot above, which may just draw it further up there. I'm a bit untrusting of the yen at the moment. It's not easy to day trade. It's not really given a lot of clues around there, so I'll stand aside of that. Aussie dollar, more of a trend-based trade here. It's been trending down mostly on the dailies for some time. A bit choppy for a lot of last month, which made it a bit more difficult. It started towards the end of the month, and particularly last week, just selling off there. Again, well, it's got its weekly pivot above at the moment, which it could be a draw and a reversal point. But the safety net there, if you was looking for a bit more of a swing and maybe more downside, would be taking the trend line across the lows there, wait for the break. We do have the Australian Central Bank meeting on Tuesday, so Tuesday early morning through the Asian session for UK traders, so that could create some volatility there for sure. Just be wary of that if you're leaving it as a swing. Canadian dollar, well, it's the best part of untradeable a lot of the time, and it's still in this chop. It's very much got no real clear direction here apart from going sideward. Lots and lots of chop on this weekly chart. I mean, you've got a couple of days in one direction or a day in one direction, but in the main it's there's some switchbacks. It's not clear to really catch. Things that if you was to be on the sell side of this, I mean, there is the daily and weekly pivots sitting there below as targets, but I just don't like being anywhere near it, to be quite honest, at the moment. So another one to miss. So that's the main majors there. As I say, news today, really the only data coming out there is manufacturing PMI 9:30 this morning. I wish you all a great day. I'll be back in the morning. Bye for now.